Hey everyone, we're about to present our final result about the previous competition. We're from Triplets Cherry, and before that, let me introduce my team. Me, myself, is Gloria Ellison, my two partners is Jennifer Alicia and Natalia.
PT Pupuk Kalimantan Timur Lomba Indo, Pupuk Kaltim is one of Asia or Indonesia largest producer of urea and NPK fertilizer. Pupuk Kaltim established on 7 December 1997 and its primary operation in Indonesia. Headquartered in Bontang, is Kalimantan, and is a subsidiary of PT Pupuk Indonesia Holding Company. It operates as a state-owned enterprise under the Ministry of State-owned Enterprises. Pupuk Kaltim plays a vital role in Indonesia agricultural sector by producing and distributing fertilizers that support national food security and sustainability agriculture. Pupuk Kaltim has determined its vision and mission for the world with an aim to face the challenges that are present in the agribusiness and chemical sector. In its vision, Pupuk Kaltim states that they will be a company that provides innovation solutions in the agribusiness and chemical sector for sustainability future. And in addition to the vision that guides the direction of their business, there are also Pupuk Kaltim's mission to achieve that the vision, such as conduct highly competitive business in agricultural solutions, chemicals and plant services, optimizing corporate value through core business and new business development through global expansion, as well as optimizing circular economy to provide added value and increase revenue, supporting national food security and sovereignty programs by implementing sustainable agriculture concept, optimizing the utilization of resource in the surrounding environment and global markets supported by human research and within international insight and applying advanced technology and providing optimal benefits for shareholder employees, the global community, as well as caring the environment. As a sustainability-oriented company, Pupuk Kaltim has a strong commitment to implement good corporate governance and transparency in ensuring the sustainability and resilience of Pupuk Kaltim, especially in the midst of the challenges that are present in the agribusiness industry. PT Pupuk Kaltim consistently continues to implement sustainable practices in the form of excellent program in the fields of environment, energy efficiency, and the development of community empowerment around the company. So that with the various efforts that have been made by Pupuk Kaltim from 2017 to 2022, Pupuk Kaltim has won several national proper awards, which are the highest and prestigious awards given to the company that considered to carry out environmental management that exceeds what is required. In the manufacturing industry sector, Pupuk Kaltim or PKT focus on the manufacture of petrochemical fertilizer, agrochemical, agro-industry, and other chemical that are processed into various types of fertilizer and other chemical products. In addition, Pupuk Kaltim also focus on producing other factory equipment such as electric steam, demineralized water to meet the needs of the company industry, which aim to support business sustainability and strengthen its position in the manufacturing business world. The role of Pupuk Kaltim becomes more important with the increasing urgent phenomenon of environment damage that cause obstruction in increased national food production. In Indonesia or in this world, there are climate change that can pose a wide range of threats that disrupt ecosystem and human activities. Fluctuating temperatures, droughts, heavy rains that cause flooding, and others can cause threats. There are several regions in Indonesia that expiring rice crop varies to the flooding and drought that caused by El Nino phenomenon. So that with this phenomenon, PKT increasingly intensive in focusing its business on the fertilizer sector, increasingly severe environmental damage characterized by the decline fertility of agricultural land, which is major obstacle in increasing national food production. The worsening situation is also caused by the incentive to exploit land, the use of chemical fertilizer and pesticides over a long period of the time, and its excessive quantities. In addition, the planting of crops that require a lot of nutrients is also a factor in the decline of agricultural land fertility.
So, as mentioned before, that PKT is one of the largest fertilizer producer in Indonesia. Of course, they face various challenges and problems in doing their business. Pupuk Kaltim's role in Indonesia agricultural sector is very important because of its role in supporting agricultural activities in Indonesia. However, in the Pupuk Kaltim not only has to meet the national fertilizer needs required by farmers or businesses in the agricultural industry, but also has to face other challenges related to environmental, economic, social responsibility, and also regulatory issues that can change at any time. Problems that can have impact on Pupuk Kaltim are related to extreme climate change, such as droughts and floods, that can have an impact on soil conditions. This will affect agricultural productivity because they will reduce use of chemical fertilizer in their agricultural activities due to unstable soil condition. Also, the problem of soil degradation as a result of prolonged use of chemical fertilizer that can disrupt the balance of nutrients and soil microbes that can damage soil structure and reduce agricultural productivity. This will lead to an increased need for environmentally friendly fertilizers, such as biofertilizers. The problem is further complicated by the fact that the fertilizer sector, which is the main focus of PKT, is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emission, and the decarbonization targets set by Pupuk Kaltim are not sufficient to overcome this problem. This is further complicated because of the dependence on natural gas as the main raw material to produce ammonia, which raises further question regarding the company's long-term sustainability as the availability and price of natural gas fluctuates. In addition to the problems mentioned above, PKT is also faced with problems relating to declining sales performance as evidenced by the recording of a comprehensive 4.57 trillion rupees in 2023, a 70% decrease compared to the previous years, which could still reach as much as 50.31 trillion in 2022. This is due to export prices and urea export at 46% and 40% from 2022. And in addition, the decline in sales performance is also due to the lower sales volume of ammonia and NPK compared to before, which was at 15% and 46%. Revenue from sales of Pupuk Kaltim also recorded a significant decline compared to the previous year. This was due to changes in the selling price of fertilizer and ammonia, which fluctuated greatly. In addition, what needs to be considered is a very significant decrease in profit for the year, which reached 69.46% compared to the previous year. This is due to the non-achievement of planned revenue and means that the result of revenue forecasting carried out by Pupuk Altim are in an error. Considering that the previous years from 2022 to 2023 consistently experienced a decline in sales, although PKT ammonia sales experienced a slight increase. The other two types of PKT fertilizers still continue to decline, and this could result in a decrease in company profits. In terms of product sold, it showed that in 2023, Pupuk Altim sold 8.802737 tons of ammonia fertilizer, 291,900 tons of urea, and also 121,666 tons of NPK. Production result into the 2023 reached 96% and 99% of the set target respectively due to equipment repairs at the plant and adjustment to the operating rate of the urea plant. Meanwhile, about the production only reached 63% of the target due to market absorption adjustment. PKT owns fertilizer sales in the urea sector show that it has continued to decline over in the past 3 years. In 2021, Pupuk Altim managed to reach sales amount 3,494,568, while in 2022, the sales amount only reached 2,987,955 and decreased again in 2023. Meanwhile, in NPK sector in 2021, the sales level has decreased from 2022 until 2023. In the ammonia sector, sales made by Pupuk Altim have fluctuated over the past 3 years. When viewed for the profitability ratio, it shows that operating margin in 2023 was recorded at 23.20%, which means of a decrease of 25.95% compared to 2022 of 49.17%, where this decrease was mainly due to the decline in fertilizer commodity prices offset by production cost efficiency. Net profit margin in 2023 was recorded at 19.67%, which indicates a decrease of 19.85% when compared to 2022. In addition, about the ratio on equity in 2023 was recorded at 15.11%, which indicates PKT's ROE decreased by 27.35% when compared to 2022. But the ROA itself showed that 2023 also decreased from 2022, about 21.57%. Pupuk Kalimantan Timur faces number of issues to adjust sustainability and also optimal performance today. Although PKT has its target of the reduction of its carbon emissions, reliance on natural gas as a key feedstocks affects long-term sustainability, given price fluctuations and the effect it has on the environment. Conversely, changes in the government subsidy policy impact in the demand of our subsidized products such as urea and NPK, resulting in decline companies' revenue. Although PKT has developed biofertilizer products and application based on 4.0 technologies such as Prezi Palm, they also face challenges in educating farmers to use sustainable products and precision technology. Limited resource, regulation, technology, and market adaptation can all affect PKT's ability to achieve its sustainability goals and improve its operational and financial performance. Pupuk Altim is further innovating agricultural productivity and sustainability. One of the innovations that is development of advanced, more flexible biofertilizer that can increase crop yields and soil fertility, especially in areas with difficult environmental conditions. The use of artificial intelligence-based digital technology to predict crop nutrient requirements in real time can also help reducing wastage and optimizing fertilizer use. International market expansion and diversification of fertilizer products tailored for different crop types can also increase productivity in different regions. In addition, CCPs can invest in renewable energy such as bioenergy and solar power to reduce their dependence on fossil fuels and support their goal of reducing carbon emissions. Lastly, improving farmers' training and education on the use of sustainable agricultural technologies and practices is crucial to expanding the adoption of modern farming techniques. Such measures are in line with PKT's vision to become a world-class company, providing innovative solutions in agribusiness and capital for a sustainable future, strengthening its position and addressing food security and environmentally sustainability issues worldwide. Looking at these conditions and efforts that have been made by CCP, an additional solution that CCP can do is to work with renewable energy companies to ensure the supply of green hydrogen in effects. The production of ammonia from green hydrogen produced by water electrolysis using renewable energy will significantly reduce carbon emissions. In supporting its planned operation, CCP may consider investing in large-scale solar or wind power generation in addition to ensure clean energy source. CCP may consider purchasing renewable energy through a power purchase contract, also known as PPA.
And next is conclusion. PKT or PT Pupuk Kalimantan Timur, Pupuk Kaltim as the largest fertilizer producer in Indonesia, plays a vital role in supporting national agricultural sector. As a company under the auspices of the state-owned enterprises and one of the leading state-owned companies, PKT has succeeded in becoming a proud company of Indonesia with various awards received for the sustainability management of the company in accordance with the objective of their business. PKT is aware of the various phenomena of environmental damage that exceed the result of daily human activity, and the impact of environmental damage also affect human beings, and especially in the agricultural sector. Environmental damage is the one of the main cause of failure in the agricultural sector, so that the role of PKT become increasingly important. Behind PKT important role, there are various things that become challenges of even potential of skills of PKT to able to carry out its mission and achieve its long-term vision or goals of the various problems that exist. Some of the main focuses are related of the environment and economic issues. In addition, it is related to national responsibilities carried out by PKT, and change regulation by the government also have impact on the sustainability of PKT business. With all the limitations that can hinder the sustainability of the CCP, several strategic solutions and have been carried out as this can be analyzed. CCP can significantly reduce the carbon emission by working the renewable energy company to ensure green hydrogen supply. In addition, PKT can invest in solar or wind power plant or
large scale and consider purchasing renewable energy, the PPA contract to support infrastructure operation with clean energy source. And that's all from my team. Thank you.